This is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Roma. This is an early morning rocket special. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope life's not dragging you down. I hope you're keeping positive. I hope if you're going through something in your life, life's dragging you down, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, or this depression, anxiety, or OCD, or anything, I hope you guys get some help. You can always come here to talk to me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of overwhelmed with stuff that's been going on with me and my stream and my content creating, and especially my hick internet. My hick internet's giving me problems. And then yesterday, my computer wouldn't go to Windows, and I was like, screw everything, I'm going to bed. And I told my husband about it. I told my husband to text Mike, our nephew, to see if he can fix it. And he unhooked everything and drove it over to Mike's, and Mike was unhappy with it because he's like, what's going on with this? Because, it's dirty, and on the inside, and he said, what's this? And he said that, it looks like a cat sprayed on it. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, no. And I have a suspicion that it's lunar, because he hates Muskogee and stuff. So I couldn't smell it or anything. So hopefully after, when Jim goes to church, I'll get my computer back, and I hope it runs. If not, I'm trying so hard, and I feel like I failed so much during this whole process. I know it's not all my fault, but I just hate failing. Nobody likes to fail. But I know a lot of streamers. I'm not the only one that fails. I'm not the only streamer or content creator that fails. And the truth of the matter is, you have to fail a lot sometimes to figure out what you're doing wrong. And with me, part of the problem is the internet. But I feel like I set the bar so high for myself that, it's like, that's why I fall on my face. I have so many projects on that computer that are unfinished. And I told my husband, I said, maybe you should get me a whiteboard so I could just write things down and then wipe things off and write things down and all that. because you should see my room where it's just, I write things down in notebooks and whatever, and it's just a lot of mind clutter, you know. I'm sorry. I'm talking low. I'm in the living room, so my husband doesn't hear me. He's sleeping, and Java Monster. It's the only rocket fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah! It's been a real bad weekend. It really has. My attitude sucks. I was actually having sort of a good time with new Modern Warfare 2. And then it's just lag. And I was like swearing up a storm. And he's like, why are you swearing so? Well, because of the game, because of the internet. It's like I can't enjoy the game. And I feel like, I feel like when I play the game, because listen, I love COD. It was actually my first online experience, thanks to my son Sean. That says, "Mom, you got to try this. You got to try this. You got to try this game. You're gonna love this. It's a first-person shooter and stuff." So he brought over his PlayStation 2. Oh, I'm sorry, PlayStation 3, which I kept hostage for months after that. Because I was like, oh, I love this. Except for, the players were like, and this, and that, all that crap. I said, Sean, I don't know if I can play on this because, of the N-word. But he's like, oh, you can mute them. I was like, oh, you can? But then he played a prank on me where he put the microphone down. He said, oh, you should do this on the mic and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. He said, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. But when they were saying the end, I was like, no. So I'm not going to do it. All right, so he put the microphone down and stuff. And here I'm playing, and all I heard was, shut up, bitch. All right, shut up. And I looked at Sean, I said, is he talking to me? He says, yeah, I'm talking to you, bitch. I'm like, oh my God. I said, no way. There's no way in heck I'm going to play this. And he was laughing, But, so deep down, I am like a hardcore COD fan. I am the queen of Battlefield still. I am the queen of Battlefield still. Trust me. When Battlefield gets better, I'll go back on it. So I was actually excited for this game. I really was. I said, oh, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. And at the last second, I got it. you know, and I went on Twitch to stream it, even though if my Twitch stream was, I was trying to get the mic right. I wanted to do the mic with the headset, and I couldn't do it. But I still fucking kick ass. You know, I was getting killed a lot, but I was still fucking kicking ass. It was so much fun because I didn't play any games for like 2 to 3 days. I'm sorry, days, months, 2 to 3 months. And it was just good to play again. You know what I mean? So, I hope my nephew fixes my computer, because if not, no more streaming. Because right now we can't afford another computer. That would be ridiculous. We'll see what happens. And plus, I have to clean that room out. You know, I haven't done that because of my pain issues and everything else. And but with this issue with the internet, it's really frustrating me. I have so much stuff on that computer also, like I said, with the AI. I wanted to do videos about the AI and give you an example of what AI can actually do. You know, and how the AI depicts me. Actually, my husband, Jim, put in the prompts. I said, look, this was like about 3 weeks ago. I said to him, I said, you know what? You sit down here on this computer and you write what you want the AI to do as a picture or whatever, right? And I'll put in the prompts and stuff, right? And he's like, okay. So he did that, right? You know, and I'm not going to tell you what he put, because I'm still going to put out that video. And so I did that, and we're going to make a little video out of it. But there's so much videos I have to do. And I guess I'm sort of angry at myself. And it's like, because I'll work on one project, then the other project, you know, say, oh, yeah, I have to do this. So I go to the next project, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, this. And I go to the next project, and then the 2 other things get neglected, and then I do, you know, I keep going. and nothing gets done. Just like yesterday, I felt like I wasn't getting anything done, nothing accomplished. So I get angry at myself for it. And my husband will always say to me, it's all about discipline. It's all about the D word, discipline. And I've told you guys many times before, I don't have any discipline. The only thing I'm disciplined at is staying sober, and my recovery comes first. That's all I'm good at. But when it comes down to discipline, so I went to bed. I'm so frustrated. Excuse me. I'm so frustrated and everything, and I said, screw it, I'm going to bed. Just to rest my mind, and my back and my feet were killing me. So I said, I'm going to bed. I'm screw it. And then he brought the computer over to my nephew's house. I'm just, it sucks that there's a lot of times where I just say, screw it. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. When you say fuck it, you're actually fucking, excuse the language, by the way, you're actually fucking yourself. When you say fuck it, fuck everything, just, I'm not a quitter. I'm like a fighter and a survivor, and all that. And hopefully one of these days you'll get to know my whole life story with my life, and then my addiction, and then my recovery. But sometimes you do have to back away and give yourself a break and just do other things. But I've been doing that for it's like, forget it, I'm done. Yesterday, I was so scatterbrained. And I hate when I'm that way, where I'm all scattered-brained. I was never diagnosed with ADHD in my whole entire life. Even in my addiction or even in my recovery, I was never diagnosed as having ADHD. I feel I'm so overwhelmed with all these sites for, say, AI, all these sites for apps, social media apps like Twitter. There's Twitter. There's like even TikTok, right? TikTok, and there's Clapper, there's like Getter, that's like a Twitter alternative, which nobody goes on anyway. Uh, Gab, Tumblr, and all that's not, but it just like it keeps going and going and going. And then like with these editing softwares and stuff, you know, Adobe's the best, but there's some that are easier to use. So I go on those sites, even though I'm spending about like $90 on Adobe every month, which is crazy. Because it's like I want the best. You know, and that's another thing where I was trying to do a font. So I went on YouTube to figure out how to install the font on Adobe to make something out of that font. Excuse me. And this girl, this young lady who's British, was talking low, and then she was talking so damn fast. I was like, I had to, rewind, the YouTube back and back and back, back, and then play it again, listen to it. I'm like, what did she say? And I had it back, and the way she presented it was so frustrating. So, I was like, screw that. I'll go on to something else, which I did. And nothing was getting done. Nothing. I mean, I made stuff here and there, but to me, for what I was going to accomplish, then I went on, Rush Premiere, which is like, an editing software for Adobe, and I sold all my unfinished projects. Unfreaking real. And then I was gonna actually finish a couple projects, unfinished projects and stuff, and then I ran into a snag with that. So I was like, I just want to kill something. I just want to kill people on video games, on Modern Warfare 2, guys, not in real life. I just want to tell you that, okay? Because some troll will see this and just say, oh yeah, see? She's a psycho. She wants to kill people. No, on the video games. It's always on the video games. So yeah. I actually, this brings up a funny story and stuff. This was when I was back in Jersey, and I had to do an intake for like an IOP or something like that. IOP is intensive outpatient. So it was my first initial interview or intake, right? They screen you. So they said, all right, go in the counselor's office. So he'll be with you in just a second. So it's all right. So it was actually a psychiatrist. When you go on these programs for the intake, they usually do screening, and you have to talk to either a screener, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, or whatever. So I'm sitting there and all that. He comes in, and I could tell he was like a tight ass. And I'm like, okay. So he's interviewing he's interviewing me, asking these questions and stuff, and then he comes to the question, do you feel homicidal or suicidal? And I said, yeah, every day I feel like killing people. He gave me this look. he gave me this look. And he's like, oh, really? And he says, well, what do you feel like doing to him? And I said, shooting him. Shooting him, and sometimes I like blowing him up. He did. And I think and you know what? I think I had the Battlefield 1 t-shirt on. And that's what just. So he's like, excuse me. He walks out and stuff. And one of the counselors, comes in, she walks by. She says, oh, hi, Vicky, how you doing? We haven't seen each other in a while. And I was like, yeah. She said, oh, you're coming back to IOP? I said, yeah. So he comes back in. He says, and right off the bat, I knew something was not right. And I said, when you asked me that question, it was on video games. I don't do. And actually, the counselor that says, "Oh, how you doing?" and all that stuff, she heard me say that, and she right off the bat knew what I meant. But this guy thought I was like a freaking psychopath or something. I had a smile on and everything. And so he's like, well, you shouldn't joke about that stuff. I'm like, I think you would know if I was smiling and all that I meant, oh, and video game, I have a video game t-shirt on, okay? Doesn't mean I'm, and you know how these, like the news media and all that stuff saying, oh, it's because of video games, that's why, people are more violent and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. They always have to use video games as a scapegoat. They used to say that back in the 80s with heavy metal music. Ozzy actually had to go to court because this kid killed himself when Suicide Solution played. What's the matter, Lunar? And that's not the case at all, but I mean, Ozzy didn't get charged or anything. They dropped the case. So, and I told him, I said, believe me, if you knew me in my past, I said, you can ask Michelle and stuff how vicious I was way back when I was on drugs or whatever. But just to so yesterday, just to unwind and just blow off some steam, I wanted to play Modern Warfare 2, and it was laggy. Oh, I got the final kill though in one game. It was laggy. It was just, and I was like, what the heck? I can't even enjoy video games anymore. So on Monday, actually, yesterday, well, my husband, it was either Friday, no, it was Saturday, yesterday. I was actually gonna, when he was away doing something, I forget what he was doing, I, uh, I actually called the cable company, and they're like, "Oh, leave a message or you can talk to the IT guys." I just hung up. I said, "I'm not in the mood for that either." But it's like, I know I need an upgrade. And I told Jim, I said, "Listen, I'll pay for the stupid upgrade myself if I have to." You know. But when I streamed on Twitch, you know, it was the first night. It was pretty much the first day, that Modern Warfare 2 was online. And you saw my old crazy rocktastic self enjoying myself because that's what I like to do. You know, it's not all about just chatting and, talk about, stuff about recovery and all that stuff. I like having a lot of fun too. And even with just chatting, we still have a lot of fun. But to really go wild and crazy, you know? And I told my husband, I said, I felt like my old self again. On stream, just being my old rocktastic crazy self. Let's go. You know? So hopefully we'll get my computer fixed. If not, we're screwed. Badly. There are times when I come here in the living room and let's say, my husband has an Xbox One X. And he finally got it from Walmart. This was about a few months ago. And I'm happy for him. He deserves Xbox. I'm not, saying he shouldn't get it. I'm not saying that. He doesn't play video games on it, though. I mean, very rarely does he play, like, The Hunter, The Call of the Wild, but that's it. He doesn't play any other games on it. And I'll admit, guys, I miss playing games with my husband. I really do. Because him and I had a lot of fun on Battlefield 1, on GTA 5, and a few other games and stuff. And he doesn't play it. He just watches YouTube on the Xbox One X series. And every time I sit and watch him watch YouTube, it's like, you mean to tell me, okay? You mean to tell me you bought an Xbox One X series just to play video games? I mean, just to watch YouTube, not video games, right? Right. You have a computer, you can watch YouTube on that, right? He rarely goes on the computer too. So, but there's gonna be a lot of good videos coming up if I can get things done. I'm hoping. So, I need your positive vibes, guys, coming to me. Positive vibes, positive vibes. I have, let's see something. What time is it? Well, here, I'm looking through my husband's books. I got them. Let's see. Well, you can just look through this book, which is 100 Reasons Cats Are Better Than People. By Brian Cleary. I bet you this was a top bestseller list on the New York Times list, huh? So let's just laugh a little bit. Laughter is good. You gotta have a sense of humor in life. You have to have laughter in your life. You know. I mean, there's so many people out there on Twitter and on Facebook and other social media sites where, you know, they're so serious all the time. So serious. And they're gaslighters and, you know, and all that crap. So let's just read a little bit of this. 100 Reasons Why Cats Are Better Than People. And if you love cats, and if you have cats, I'm sure you'll find this amusing. So we'll read the foreword first. Foreword. Have you ever noticed how cats never start words? Or get all Judge Judy on you if you want to spend the entire weekend watching Gilmore Girls or pro wrestling, wearing nothing but a cowboy hat and a leopard print cape? Do you know who does? People. Yep, human beings. The inferior two-legged species that brought us tofurkey and leisure suits. You remember that back in the 70s? Well, apparently not, but I do. The fact that cats are forced to share the planet with such a lot is a shame for them, but a blessing for us. Ever hear a cat cluelessly prattle on about how her last 5 roommates were a nightmare? Nope. They're all like, hey, I'm descended from lions and I'm over here nursing 7 babies at once while staring at a TV that's turned off. So I'm good. It's been scientifically proven by me in this book that cats are superior to humans. Don't believe me? Just take a look. Well, just take a listen, because I'm reading the book. There must be at least 100 reasons why cats are better than people. Brian Clearly. So let's look at the first one. So number one. Cats don't ever repeat anything you've said. Cats don't ever repeat anything you've told them in confidence. That's true. If cats could talk, right? You know how many times I said things to my cats about whoever or whatever. Number 2. If a cat types in all caps, it's not on purpose. Number 3. With a cat around the house, I'll never be the one with the hairiest legs. Number 4. Cats don't invite you to those expensive candle or cosmetic parties and guilt you into buying overpriced items just so they can get the same stuff for free. True. Number 5. On the dignity meter, humans are a 3 and cats are a 10. Number 6. For 80 cents worth of tuna, a cat's day is toy made. And that's true. Usually, when it's one of the cat's birthdays or something like that, I get him like a can of tuna or like salmon or something, and then I'll throw a party for him. And the first birthdays that were celebrated here were Chips' birthday. and he turned 10. And it was like 3 days after I got here in Oklahoma and Rocklahoma and all that. So, so I said to Jim, "Oh, we have to go to the dollar store. We have to get a birthday card, and we have to get tuna, and we have to get party hats, and all." And he's looking at me like, "Are you crazy? Is this a Jersey thing?" I said, "No, it's not just a Jersey thing. People do it all the time." And he's like, "Oh my, no." So we went to the dollar store, got like a candle or candles or whatever, and had the party hats and so at that time there was Magellan, Fluffy, Chips, Oreo, and those were the only cats. And then you had Cody and Nara, and Nara passed away 3 years ago or whatever, and then Cody and Chips actually died last year. Anyway, so I put a party hat on Cody, and Cody's just looking at me like, "Really, Ma? Really? Dad, take this party hat off me, please." he was so enthusiastic about Chips's birthday. And then also like with Muskogee, we celebrate his birthday too. I have pictures of that. And then like with Lunar, I don't know when his birthday is because he was a stray. And it was so weird that he came into our lives 2 weeks before Magellan passed away. And then with Pawnee and Cherokee, I don't know when their birthdays are. So we haven't celebrated any of their birthdays. But with Muskogee, he was born February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. In 2017, he was born on Valentine's Day because he wanted to be a gift to us. That was like a wedding present. Even though it was a belated wedding present because I got him after the 4th of July celebration we had here. And boy, Jim wasn't happy about that. Anyway, number 8. There we go. 8. Number 8. A kitten can walk in its first month of life. That's true. I've seen that happen. Number 9. 9. Cats don't ever ask you if their mother can move in with you. There's a little cartoon there. Number 10. Number 10. Humans batting at things is less charming. Number 11. Cats will turn a shoebox into a chasse lounge. That's so true. And there's a cartoon. We drink a lot of Monster in this house. I'm Java Monster. Hold on. Good segue for a Java Monster commercial. Java Monster, it's the only rocket fuel for this rocket queen. Hell yeah! Cheers, guys. So we get like a lot of like, you know, Java Monster boxes or regular Monster boxes, and they will sleep in the Java Monster boxes. And sometimes if I get stuff from Amazon, they go in it. And actually, I should make like a slideshow of them sleeping in Java Monster boxes and or whatever. Okay, let's see. Number 12. Moral superiority. Cats don't start wars, rob banks, or put an empty ice cube tray back in their freezer. I've done that a couple times. Well, I've started wars. Rob banks, well, no. I never went that far in my addiction, but I know somebody that has. But anyway, number 13. A cat's floating collarbone allows them to get their body into any space they can get their heads in. Don't you try that. I just saw a video on YouTube. I think it was a YouTube, or I think it was on TikTok, where this puppy actually got his head stuck in a hole. And it was so heart-wrenching. He felt sorry for that little puppy. Oh, I just, you know. Number 14. A cat can be perfectly happy staring at a TV that's turned off. I love this part. Number 15. Cats don't have to spend thousands of dollars, book flights, hotels, and rental cars to enjoy a sunny spot. Another picture of that. So true, so true. My cats love to go outside. And I'm like a warden, pretty much, because I don't want them outside. Pawnee, oh, I wish I could show you this right now. Pawnee, right now, she's asleep, and she has her head over the edge of the counter, and I'm just waiting for her to just plop right down on the floor. She does this every day, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day. And it's funny. I don't know. Maybe you can. Let me turn this around a little bit. I don't know if you can see her or not. Yep. that's Lunar on the left side of the camera. Lunar, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Why are you looking at me like that for? Say hi, Lunar. You're on Rocket TV. He's not interested. Just say hi. He's like, whatever. He's like, whatever. I think he wants to go outside. He's the one that was astray. And that's when he came into our lives 2 weeks before Magellan died. And but he loves being outside, you know. I mean, he loves being inside, and he's a very needy cat. He loves the love and the attention and all that. You know. Number 16. Unlike humans, a cat can always smell a rat. Dirty rat, I say, a dirty rat, a dirty rat. Number 17. Cats never wake you up for sex. Cats never wake you up for sex. Whew. Thank God for that. Number 18. When it comes to grace, agility, and coordination, it's advantage feline. Number 19. Cats never ask you if you had a lap dance at the single gender outing you just returned from. Being a bachelor party or a boys' night out. Number 20. They have something called foot pads. Oh, all right. Hold on. I had foot pads because my feet get so bad where my feet gets so badly cracked, especially in the wintertime, and I can hardly walk. And I have a foot bath that's unopened, by the way. I've had it for 2 years. Not open, or no, about a year. In about a year. And I still haven't used it yet. So I'm actually jealous that they have foot pads. Number 20. They have something called foot pads. Even the word is genius. 21. When you have, when you pet that one spot right between the ears and he narrows his eyes, yeah. Well, that's not Jim's spot, that's for sure. 22. They understand that autonomous robotic vacuums are evil. When we don't have an automatic vacuum robot. I actually thought about getting one. And how about that? We're over an hour on the stream on YouTube. "24. A cat will let you read in bed at night." I don't know about that. "25. Never see a cat taking both armrests on a plane. Oh, don't. Let's not get started on that. I don't know if you guys, it happened about a couple weeks ago that a streamer, I forget her name, Sydney, and she actually does a podcast with the quartering. I always get his name screwed up every time I say it. Every time. But the accordingly. See? I should actually send the quartering. I should send him a blooper reel of on how many times I screwed up his name. The quartering. Yeah. I love your stuff, Jeremy. I love your stuff, but I still haven't bought any of your coffee brand coffee. So maybe during the holidays I will. But that pecan looks pretty good. The pecan coffee. The pecan sticky bun coffee looks good. One of these days, Jeremy, I will buy your coffee brand coffee. I promise you that. Just not right now. Because Java Monster is my only rocket fuel for this rocket queen. Hell yeah! So yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, Sydney, Dr. Sydney Watson, and she's not a doctor, by the way, but she does podcasts with Jeremy the Quartering. Check out his YouTube. And actually, if you love coffee, check out his coffee brand coffee. I haven't done his coffee yet, but I will eventually. But she made it all over the news on CNN and all over the internet because she was in the middle of two oversized people, and she did not enjoy her flight, and she made a real stink about it, and they got offended by it. You know, and I mean, I know, like, for myself, when I flew to come here for my first 18 days, I was in the middle, and it was my first flight in, oh my God, in so many years, and that's when Prince died. Prince died that day because it was all scattered on CNN at Newark Airport. So here I am in the middle. There was a guy and there was a female. I forget this female's name, but when we got off at Chicago, she says, "Oh, you need some protein. You need something to eat. You look tired and stuff." She says, "Come here." And if you ever have a layover at Newark at O'Hare Airport in Chicago, do not eat their burritos. They are dry and tasteless. I'm just telling you. They have a McDonald's there. Get that. Get that instead. But she was the one that bought me the burrito. So I'm most I had to be, thankful about that and grateful. But Matt Walsh was talking about Sydney and her situation, and of course, a lot of these trolls were saying, "Oh, fat shaming and all this stuff." No, she wasn't. She wasn't. She was just telling people about her situation. Would you want to be sandwiched in between two fat people on a long flight? And there should be some restrictions about that. And it's funny that everybody takes the opposite side now. Like they'll victimize, say, these people that loot and they rob and they take the side of the criminal now. Really? You gotta be serious. This is how so flippant the world is now. What's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right. And nobody has any common sense anymore. Nobody. Well, except for me and my husband and a few other people, but that's it. Seriously. Number 26. A cat doesn't even have to be drunk to break a Christmas ornament. And believe me, I've had Christmas ornaments that been broken. Thank God now they have just the plastic ornaments. But to me, they're not the same thing. But I'll tell you one thing about my cats is we usually have one Christmas tree for everybody, and we'll have it up. And the cats won't climb on it or nothing. They know not to climb the tree. They'll sleep underneath the tree and they'll play with the bottom ornaments or whatever, but that's just about it. So they know it's Christmas time and they want to be nice. They want to be on the nice list, on Santa's list. $27. If you put a teeny tiny cowboy hat on your roommate, husband, or friend and take a pic, it's less adorable. $28. When we see a cat in a fur coat, it doesn't upset us. Does that Let's read that again. When we see a cat in a fur coat, it doesn't upset us. I would like to see if some of these activists, from PETA, have cats. Because if they have cats or dogs, or pet chinchillas, or whatever, they're contradicting themselves. I'm just saying. Number 29. With one look and 0 words, a cat can say, "This ottoman is mine. This piano bench is mine." Or feed me now. Cherokee, when I'm in the kitchen and stuff, he'll actually, like grab my shirt, like, hey, can I have some treats now? Hey, I'm like, what do you want? Yep. Number 30. Cats don't go to 3 years of college at your expense, then decide they want to make artisanal mustache wax they can sell at flea markets. Number 31. 15-year-old cats are way more mature than 15-year-old humans. That's true. When I was 15, I thought I knew everything. And it got me in a lot of trouble. How were you when you were 15 years old? 32. Cats don't pin up their ultrasound pictures outside their cubicles and expect you to be all excited about their grainy alien-like image. Number 33. Cats do spur-of-the-moment stuff like attack your chess set. That's true. Or knock over the stand, or like swipe and hit my cigarettes onto the floor. Number 34. They're more compact than humans and easier to transport. That's another picture of that. When we get to 40, we'll stop. If you ask your cat if he's listening to you, he doesn't say yes and then just repeat the last thing you said. 36. Cats can scratch their ear cats can scratch their ear with their back foot. Aren't they so lucky? I couldn't do that. Like, I can't do it. 37. Cats can cough up a hairball, and there's no doctor visit involved. Thanks for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying this book. It means a lot to me that you're here, and just enjoying yourselves and keeping positive and going with the flow. And just spending time with me means a lot too. So thank you. And thank you for the follows. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for the subscribes. Cats don't stand behind you in line at the banks talking loudly on their cell phone about the fact that they're having a problem with dairy. Number 39. Cats don't buy uncomfortable lingerie. Oh, God. I've had a few pieces of lingerie that were very uncomfortable. I was glad to take them off quickly, too. Wink, wink. I'm just saying. Last one. Number 40. Humans haven't figured out a way to get cats to feed them, pay for their medical bills, and clean up after them. Ain't that the truth? So, we'll end there, guys. I'll put a bookmark so we can spend another stream reading this. So if you like cats, or if you know somebody that loves cats, go on Amazon. This is where I got the book, and buy it. So, I feel a little bit better now that I, vented to you guys, and we had some good humor. We had a few giggles with this book, right? And oh, look who's showing up! Come on, Cherokee. Cherokee, come here. Cherokee, come here. Well, apparently Lunar wants to go out. Lunar. Cherokee. Come here. Come here. Come here, Lunar. I was actually going to read this book, but I'm glad we read this book instead. But this is a good book, too. I got this on Amazon, and I gave it to my husband. My husband is always tired now, and everything. Because we're getting older. And that's another topic for another time, because I don't like getting older. I don't. I'm 21. I'm still 21. Hell yeah, I'm 21. Yeah, I'm 21 still. Yeah, and don't you forget about it. So, anyway. So, thank you for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the subscribes. It means a lot. If you want more, click the like button. It would surely help a lot. And this is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters. And oh yeah, by the way, if you are going through something right now, whether it be dealing with depression, anxiety, panic attacks, OCD, whatever, and you feel like it's getting worse instead of better, please reach out to somebody and ask for help. You don't have to be ashamed in asking for help. You're helping yourself. You're being an advocate for yourself. You're being strong. And I know it's tough. But if it's getting worse, and it will get worse, reach out to somebody. You can always come here and talk. I am not a licensed therapist or a certified drug and alcohol counselor, but my schooling was a school of hard knocks. And I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. I've been through a lot. So I'm just telling you guys, you can always come here and talk about what's bothering you or what's going on in your life. I'm not judgmental. We all need help every once in a while. And it does get better, guys. It does get better. You have to have faith, And for those that know somebody that's maybe struggling with drugs and alcohol, mental illness like depression, anxiety, panic attacks, please reach out to them. Show them that you care. It's free. It's free to talk to them. And it does make a world of difference. They say nothing in this life is for free. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Talking is free. So, please reach out to them, show them that you care, and you can always bring them over here, say, oh, I know somebody that could talk to you, and all that, and, maybe she could help, like the Wizard of Oz, like the Scarecrow said in the movie, The Wizard of Oz, well, I know somebody that could help. So, but stay strong, guys. Get away from the white noise and sometimes put down your cell phones. Just maybe read a book about cats, a humorous book about cats, or take a walk outside, or take a hike in a park, or treat yourself to something because you deserve it. It's okay to treat yourself to something, and that makes you feel better too. Or treat somebody else to something. Giving is better than receiving, right? So, with that, guys, I will see you next time. Say rocktastic, okay? Say rocktastic. Be a rock star in your life. And this is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. I'm signing off. Bye, guys. Rock on.